There's a new detail about Zombies 5 that completely changes the direction of the franchise, and it quietly confirms something fans may not be ready to accept. The story is officially moving beyond the era of Zed and Addison. For so long, they've been the emotional core of everything happening in Seabrook, leading the charge for unity between humans and monsters. But now the next chapter is setting up a much bigger world, and at the center of it is a new generation that will be forced to deal with a threat unlike anything we've seen before. The fifth film, rumored to be titled Secrets of the Deep or Splash of the Sirens, comes after Disney reportedly greenlit the project following the success of Zombies 4. However, this isn't just a continuation. It's a transition into what feels like a legacy phase of the franchise. The focus is shifting toward Victor and Nova, two characters who quickly stood out and now seem ready to carry the story forward. This shift matters because it changes how the story is told. Instead of revisiting the same conflicts, the narrative is expanding into something more complex, where unity is no longer just a goal. It's something that has to be constantly defended. What truly changes everything in this installment is the introduction of a completely new supernatural group. After zombies, werewolves, aliens, and vampires, the story is now diving beneath the surface with the arrival of MERFOLK. This isn't just another group trying to fit into Seabrook society. This is an entire hidden civilization that has existed in the waters near Seabrook for years, completely separate from the surface world. And unlike previous newcomers, they're not arriving out of curiosity or a desire to belong. They're arriving with a clear purpose, and that purpose is tied to protecting their own world. The conflict begins with territory and survival. The MERFOLK believe that the people of Seabrook have been damaging their underwater environment, polluting reefs and disturbing ecosystems that are vital to their existence. This instantly creates tension, because now the issue isn't just about acceptance, it's about responsibility. The peaceful balance that once defined Seabrook starts to break down as both sides begin to question whether coexistence is even possible under these conditions. The beach, which once symbolized unity, suddenly becomes a contested space, and the town finds itself on the edge of a new kind of conflict. Victor and Nova are pushed into the center of this situation, trying to hold on to the idea that different worlds can still come together. But the challenge they face is far greater than anything that came before. The story hints at a deeper mystery beneath the ocean, including a powerful energy source hidden on the seafloor, something that could allow the MERFOLK to survive on land. This discovery sets off a race, as both sides realize that whoever controls this power could shape the future of Seabrook. And as this search unfolds, it begins to uncover secrets about the town's past, possibly even linking back to a lost underwater city that has been hidden for generations. As the tension rises, the story becomes less about school rivalries and more about survival on a much larger scale. The unity that Zed and Addison fought to build is now being tested in ways no one expected. There are even hints that the MERFOLK possess abilities that go beyond anything we've seen, including a siren-like influence that could allow them to control others and shift power in their favor, without direct conflict. This raises the stakes even higher, because now the threat isn't just physical, it's psychological. At its core, the film becomes a question about whether peace can truly last when both sides feel justified in their actions. Victor and Nova represent hope, but they're also facing a reality where hope alone may not be enough. If they fail to prove that the surface world is worth saving, the consequences could be permanent, and the balance that once defined Seabrook could be lost forever. This is what makes Zombies 5 feel like such a major turning point. It's not just continuing the story, it's redefining it. By shifting focus to a new generation and introducing a conflict that goes beyond anything we've seen before, the franchise is opening the door to a much larger world. And the biggest question now is whether this new generation can succeed where others might fail, or if this time the divide between worlds becomes too great to overcome.